What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and today we gonna tackle a subject that's not really part of the drill culture, but it is because a lot of drill rappers have name-dropped her in songs because they feel like the situation that she went through could have been one of them. Today we gonna tackle a subject that's kind of touchy because a lot of y'all gonna get to seeing this was some government type of shit that went on. It's a lot of people got their own kind of theories of shit went on, but we gonna tackle the Kenneka Jenkins story today. I actually did that in an earlier blog, but it wasn't on the board, and I've been getting a lot of Twitter ads and Twitter mentions, people asking me to take the Kenneka Jenkins situation to the board and kind of give you my input on what I think happened that day. Now, with hers is a little different is because I really don't know that much background on her. I didn't watch the MTV documentary they had on her. I didn't watch a lot of documentaries, a lot of interviews, especially the Zach TV interview. I watched other interviews with her family. I read newspaper articles from the Chicago Tribune, the Chicago Sun-Times, the CBS local newspapers. I didn't even read certain transcripts that came out because of her case. So we're going to kind of speak on it. First thing we're going to speak on is I noticed that she was only 19 years old, okay? So that's one of the first things that I noticed. She was 19 years old. She was a young black lady. She was 19 years old, and I didn't really get that much background, so I had to just go off what I believe a 19-year-old young lady will be doing. You get what I'm saying? I also noticed that when I looked at the case and shit like that, a lot of her friends claimed that she was drunk. I noticed that. Now, you know, I'm not saying you don't supposed to get drunk, but a lot of motherfuckers be drinking at that age right there. They said that it was an after party. It was a party at the hotel. That's why they were at the hotel. So that's the next thing that I noticed is they were at a hotel party. Okay, so that kind of makes sense of why people were saying she was drunk. I believe they were drunk too, so that's not to downplay her or disrespect her or anything like that. You know, it's a weekend, you feeling good, you're having a good time, you done took care of everything you need to take care of. Hey, you might want to have a drink. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's good to be drinking that underage either, but I'm just saying we're not going to goddamn it characterize nobody the wrong way because they might have been drinking. I noticed at this hotel party, the next thing that I noticed was there was a lot of people at that party. Lots of people, okay? That's the third thing that I kind of noticed. So I was kind of short because normally with the drill culture, when I break down things, I have a lot of information. I got a lot of things I see on the internet, and I seen videos of them before the shit happened. But this was different because I only heard of her the day it happened. So I didn't have that much to really go off. All I really had to go off was she was 19 years old. People say that she might have been intoxicated. They were at a hotel party. It was a lot of people there. And then she became, you know, I guess missing. So we're going to get into that. But this is all I had to follow on. So this was kind of hard to get my hands on it off just that little information. So I got to really rely on what happened for me to kind of break down what goes on. So what happened is they're claiming that she went to a party at the Crown Plaza, okay? She went to a party at the Crown Plaza, Chicago O'Hare, I believe. Hotel, all right? And I believe that's in Rosemont, all right? So that's what I seen there. They were at a hotel, and I know now with the culture, it's so dangerous in the hoods. People be having drive-bys. People leave the party and blick the party up. Blick, 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 blick. They blicking that motherfucker up. So the youth then kind of got smart now and turned the house party into the hotel party. But what they ain't realize is these young cats ain't got no respect for no damn authorities. What make you think they finna respect a motherfucking hotel worker? You gonna get blick, 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 blick down up in that shit too. Crazy shit happen in those hotels. So when I noticed that, I said, okay, they at this hotel, it must be a party there. We got to that. The second thing that I noticed is a video kind of coming out. You know, that was one of the things that kind of threw me off. A video of her came out staggering. She was kind of like fucked up. I believe this was like early in the morning. I want to say at 5 something in the morning. I want to say at 5 a.m. you see her staggering on the video, okay? She's staggering. I hope I'm spelling it wrong, y'all. I'm spelling it right. Please forgive me, y'all. It's a video of her staggering and shit. fucked up and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And then she disappears. She evaporates. She invisible. She fucking disappeared. She's fucking gone. Poof. We don't see her no more. The family get to wilding out. I see the video of the family wilding out because they want to know where the fuck they daughter at. Okay? They did not listen to those young people who kept coming to that front office saying, hey, our friend is not here. They didn't give a fuck about that because it was a lot of young black people. They don't really give a fuck about that. Hey, y'all up there drinking, smoking, doing all that wild shit. Man, we don't give a fuck about that. She left with some niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how people be thinking. Not using their heart to say, hey, these people look a little upset. Let's see what the fuck going on. So they gave them the run around, pushed them on. They left the hotel. I guess the mother found out, came back up there, got on their ass, and they found this young lady, right, inside of a fucking freezer. Okay? She was found in a freezer, man. Now, I see the rumors of people took her body parts. I see those rumors that people took her body parts. I see the rumors that it was a crazy kidnapper in there who raped her and put her in the freezer and all kind of things like that. It's possible. I mean, all those things are possible. I'm not going to say that ain't what happened. I don't want to knock any one theory because remember, we all see things different. I might have not noticed something that you guys noticed. In my opinion, I don't believe that's what happened though, but I'm open enough to realize that you got any good information, I listen. When I did my research and I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, I looked at where they was at in this, all the way out here in this suburb, to do a house party, and I understand it's dangerous. You gotta get the fuck away. I seen her staggering. Okay, all her friends said that she was drunk. So I come to the conclusion. Now, before I come to this conclusion, I had to do a little more research. The police released the toxicology reports. It said that they found alcohol. Okay, they found alcohol at a high level above the alcohol rate in her system, and they didn't find any drugs in her system. But they did find a teflon or some kind of drug that started with a T. It's a drug that people use for like seizures and epileptic seizures and other kind of things like that. But we found out that she didn't have any of those things. So maybe it could have been a drug that she popped like a Percocet or something like that could have been in it. I'm not saying that's what it is. But alcohol was found in her system, yes. Drugs, no. But it was a drug by the name of T something. You go research that was found in her system. Okay? I come to the conclusion. Now, I know this might upset a lot of people, but I come up to the conclusion that, you know, things happen. You know, in my opinion, things happen, man. I mean, things happen, to be honest. I mean, if you didn't smoke 20 Dro blunts, you didn't smoke 3 Zazas, you didn't drunk a pint of lean, you didn't drunk the fucking Hennessy, you didn't pop the Percocet, you didn't pop the opioid, the Adderall, what the fuck you think you gonna be? It's times I done smoked a blunt and just drunk 1 cup of motherfucking Hennessy and been around this bitch knocked out. I couldn't imagine smoking 8 Zaz and an 8 for the lean and popping 3 Percocets. I might be fucked up too. I seen the video. That was a lady who was fucked up. That was a lady who could barely walk. That was a lady who was intoxicated. When I get hot like that, I be ready to take my clothes off. I seen that. I believe this young lady was fucked up and she made the wrong turn because she didn't know this hotel. I believe that she turned into a freezer, in my opinion. I believe she didn't know the hotel. She made a wrong turn and she walked in a freezer. Okay? She made a wrong turn. She walked into a freezer to her death. And she walked to her death. Okay? That's what I believe she did. I believe when you take these drugs and you take all those hard drugs and you drink all those hard-ass codeine drinks and all these weird-ass pills, you're not going to always get a good outcome. Sometimes you're going to get a bad outcome. I tell people this shit all the time. I know people who didn't die from being in the garage, man, and they left the car wrong with carbon monoxide. We can't believe this shit. We want to say the ops came in. We want to say somebody set them up. No, bro made a bad decision, made a bad mistake. That shit happened. What I watched was a young lady who was too fucked up, who didn't know that hotel. She made the wrong moves trying to leave, and she walked into a fucking freezer. Now, here's my problem, though, okay? Here go to one problem I have. I believe that it's a possibility that that freezer was maybe latched. I believe that freezer was maybe latched, and if it wasn't latched, I believe someone made a mistake and took the latch off by mistake. I believe it was negligence that led that young lady to her death, because I believe if she was in the fucking freezer, how hard was it for her to open up the door and just walk the fuck up out of it? I believe that she walked into a freezer and couldn't get back out of it. So she just dealt with staying there. She was so fucked up, the cold air felt good. She went to sleep and never fucking woke up again. I believe that they are negligent. I believe that's the reason why they didn't want to release the video. I believe that's the reason why it took them that long to tell the parents what the fuck happened and act like they just found that girl in that freezer that moment. I believe those are the problems. I believe that hotel is negligent. Now, I'm not finna get into the man, they told her body parts and all that. I'm not finna get into all of that. You get what I'm saying? I think that's a little bit past my grade. Maybe it's another reporter that does those kind of stories, but it's not me. I'm gonna tell you that I think the lady was just fucked up how for these new school drugs that a lot of these kids take. And I think that, you know, the wrong shit happened to her. I think she walked into a fucking room and it couldn't open up. These are my opinions. I believe she walked in there and it latched on her. And I believe that hotel is fucking lying about that freezer and don't want to tell them that it latched on her. They're claiming that it can be open from both sides unless something happens or somebody lock it. Well, I think something happened and somebody locked it. That's my opinion. So, you know, I believe she made the wrong turn and walked into her death because she was fucking fucked up. I believe she was fucked up. All right? She was fucked up. So she did these things and it led to her death. But I do believe that that freezer that she was in was fucking latched. All right? And it fucking locked on her and she couldn't get out. I believe Kenneka Jenkins was goddamn it fucked up. She was toe up. She barely could move. But she was walking through that hall. She didn't fall on the ground. Yeah, she was falling on the walls and shit. But she still made it in the walk. I believe if she walked in that freezer, she was still motherfucking on point enough to open the shit up and try to get the fuck back out of there. I think she was locked in there. They were on the half floor. Nobody heard her. And she fucking went to sleep off that cool air. That's my opinion what happened. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't need any donations from you. You send me a donation, I'm blocking you. Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all, I'll fuck with y'all. But on the real, keep your donations. Take care of your family with it. If you want to support me, this how you do it. Just hit the like button. Because when you do that, it make the videos grow. They grow real big. And a lot of people be able to see them. I appreciate the love. It's the homie truth. Bleh, bleh.